I've seen, from outside that the automotive industry, because it's shifting so much more into software, that kind of just kind of facilitates, right, the need to really engage in open source. In the telco space where I currently am, we have some projects that are very industry specific, right? How are you managing what we call network functions, right? So these different features that happen inside of a telco network, and how do you orchestrate them so that they're where they need to be in the network? Those are kind of specific to the telco industry. But we also, as an organization, are actively engaged in platforms like Kubernetes, where the folks that are doing enterprise and hyperscale type of things, pretty much everything that they're doing is inside of a data center, whereas we really care about secondary networking and how do you talk between data centers effectively, and broadening out that wide area network from a technical perspective. So when we come to the platform of Kubernetes, it's telco specific features that are needed in the platform that are missing, that we're really focused on, right, and adding. And so I'm just curious, are there analogies in the automotive industry where you're either industry specific stuff that everybody in the automotive industry is kind of working together on some pieces of software, and other places where there are platforms where everybody on the planet is using it, but you're doing it so that it's got a smaller footprint so it fits in the car or whatever, right? Those types of other technical requirements that you're bringing into those common platforms. Can you talk a little bit about, where you see the focus for the automotive industry and for Mercedes-Benz there?
Yes, so absolutely. So um, there are several initiatives and working groups, but what I would like to mention as the biggest and most promising one is the Software Defined Vehicle Working Group, which is hosted as a working group within the Eclipse Foundation. So we're a strategic member of the Eclipse Foundation as well as strategic member of that working group, and that working group really has now I don't know how many members, but like more and more, it's growing bigger and bigger, and there are now a lot of players from the automotive industry and beyond actually working on software defined vehicle things. So that I suppose would be the equivalent of that. And there are several initiatives again within that working group. One of the latest one is called S-Core, which I think is going to be fantastic collaboration, where really players in the automotive space get together to develop things now together. I think that's going to be fantastic. And then there are some others. There's also automotive grade Linux. There's just for mentioned for completeness, and several others. But for us, I think right now European automotive industry, not just European actually. So yeah, I would say SDV, Software Defined Vehicle Working Group, is the most promising one.